The last section of the sampling record, section 4, relates to wind conditions and sky conditions. We want you to record what those conditions were today and what they were in the last week. So the wind conditions today, we give you 3 choices: calm, moderate, or windy.
Calm.
Okay, we'll call that calm. Sky conditions right now: clear, partly cloudy, overcast, or rainy.
Overcast.
Yeah, we call that overcast. If you're not certain what the difference is, we would consider overcast to be conditions where clouds completely obscure the sun, and partly cloudy where you'll see the sun at least occasionally. And then we also want you to record what the conditions were in the last week. And we know here that it was moderate for a couple of days, moderate wind, and it was windy for a couple days. And for sky conditions, we know that we had 2 days of rain, and we had a couple days of partly cloudy conditions as well. So we'll circle all of those. Since more than one condition may apply, you can circle as many as are appropriate here. The general rule is if any condition occurred more than one day during the week, that you'll want to circle that choice as well. We then ask you, are there any unusual weather conditions that you want to report? For example, you may know through a rain gauge or through a local weather station exactly how much rainfall fell here in the last week or in a defined period of time since your last sample. So if you know that information, then you would record that information here. If you don't know an exact number, but know that a lot of rain fell, even recording on this form a lot of rain fell may be adequate to at least give us an information that allows us to analyze those samples more accurately. So you can write down, as I will here, a lot of rain fell. The last section of this form is the comments section, in which we want you to tell us anything that may have occurred at the lake that may affect water quality conditions. And the rule of thumb here is that anything that you can think of that might affect water quality should be recorded here, because you are more likely to remember it now than several weeks from now when we're looking at those results. So, for example, if there was an algicide treatment and you know the date of that treatment, that would be good to record here. If you know that the water level was drawn down, that there's a dam on the lake and that it was drawn down, and you know the depth at which it was drawn down and the date, record that information. Anything that you can think of, record that information here. So that would be in the comments section as well. So then at the bottom, you'll put your initials. And if you're sending any pictures of harmful algal blooms, of invasive plants, of anything else that you're sending to us to help evaluate the conditions, check that box so we know to look for that information. So that's completing all of the information on the sampling record. And that's all you need to do for the majority of the work that you're doing out here.